Let's take a look at the new Canon EOS R50 and see what we get with it. I'm Ken Rockwell with KenRockwell.com, live on tape here at KenRockwell.tv. What's interesting about this camera is it's Canon's least expensive mirrorless EOS R series camera. And we've got instructions. What do we got here? We've got some paperwork. Let's see what we got. This should be a USA model. I always get my stuff from B&H, which always sells USA unless they make it clear that it's not. What have we got here? Yep. Canon USA Inc. plus Canada. I'm in the USA. Here we go. USA, we've got this. We've got serial numbers. These serial numbers have to match the serial numbers on your camera. Otherwise, you don't have a warranty. We've got some paperwork. That's cute. We've got a written manual. I don't know if anybody ever still reads these, but they're good. And it is in about 5 languages. Japanese, English, Francais, Espanol, and I assume Chinese. Lovely. That's probably a basic manual. This looks like, look at that. God bless him. It's still a charger, plug-in-the-wall charger. I love these. This is a flip-out plug, and it flips out and flips in, so you can carry it anywhere. It never gets in the way. It doesn't hang up in your travel bag. LCE 17. Beautiful. It is a universal worldwide charger, as long as you have a mechanical adapter to plug that in the wall. That's beautiful. This is kind of a bonus. I'm surprised to see this charger included with this very inexpensive camera, because this camera charges via USB. Again, for all the information, see my real review. This is just an unboxing. See my review at KenRockwell.com. The links are in my description. We've got a strap. I never use these straps. I use whatever straps I usually use, which are my my American-made Tamarack neoprene straps from the 1990s, which American-made gear, high quality, never wears out. I prefer it, but that's just me. Look at this little baby. You can't see this here on TV, how tiny this is. But this is what the Japanese have done best for decades. It's a tiny little camera. Wow, look at that. The back is all screen. That's cute. I honestly never use these screens because I look at everything through the Finder, but that is a beautiful thing. And just look how much the back camera takes up. Can you see where the screen ends? Not really here. The screen is not this entire black area like on an iPhone. You see that border? There's actually a wider border there, so they're cheating a little bit. But it's a thought that counts. Personally, we're all different. I don't like the flippy screens. I'd rather the screen be this big and not move. Okay, we've got a focus adjustment, a diopter on the viewfinder. Look, this viewfinder pops out enough so those of us with noses can actually see what's going on inside. It's got all the usual controls. I like it. It's all on the same side of the camera. I don't ever have to use a second hand. This is tiny. Now, I have pretty big hands, even for an American, but let's see. If I was a magician, here we go. I can pretty much palm it, and it's gone. Put a tiny lens. Look at the size of this mount. Maybe that gives you an indication, like the size of the paws on a puppy. Look at that. It's got a little baby APS-C sensor. Well, actually, that's not baby. It's just an APS-C sensor. It's got the big mount. Takes all the big boy lenses. It's got all the usual controls. Look at this. This is a beautiful thing. I don't see a rear control dial. I see a front control dial. I don't see a rear dial. That's not a big deal. We usually use a rear dial on Canon for exposure compensation. But in this case, all we do is we just probably hold. Yeah, we just hold that. It's all going to be real easy to use. It's probably got one of these new digital. Let's see here. See this? This is interesting. Here's something to learn. Notice that there's no little baby contacts in here. There's not even the center contact. Zero, zip, zilch. You can't even put a regular Canon flash on this, or anybody's regular flash, because it won't trigger. This is a cold shoe, with the exception of all these little contacts in here. You see those little gold contacts in there? Wow, can I zoom in? Oh yeah, love this shot on an Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max, by the way. Look at that. Those little gold-colored contacts, well, actually, they're gold-plated. Those are a digital connector for audio, microphones you could plug in here, or the latest Canon flash. And if you don't have the latest Canon flash, bless Canon, they make an adapter, which seems a little bit silly to have to buy an adapter. But yes, they make an adapter that'll take all those digital connectors and give you the regular synchronized conventional flash. We have but one input for a microphone. Very cute, little 3.5 millimeter. Do we have any other connections? What do we got here? USB-C and a small HDMI output. Now, the most important thing to know, let's see. Battery case, SD card, battery, that's good. Although I always like it kind of, there's not enough room to put a separate battery, separate flap here for the card. This is a tiny little camera. What I'm going to be impressed at is if this thing performs as well as I hope it will. It's inexpensive. It has marvelous specifications. And again, follow my review. Oh, it's got a built-in flash. God bless them. Here we go. It's got a little like that. How cute is that? But you may laugh. This is all you need to put a little catch light in somebody's eye for a daylight portrait, which makes them look a lot more alive and vibrant than just trying to bring it up later in Photoshop. Okay, where is it made? It's made in Taiwan. Okay, good. It's not offshore to China. It is offshore to Taiwan. But the Taiwan, I'm told, costs about 3 times as much to make something there as it is to make it off in China. Taiwan is a great place to send something you want made super precisely, conscientiously, and save some money to make this their least expensive camera. It's got a metal tripod mount. All of Canon's other stuff, even the RP, that's all made in Japan domestically. It's not offshore like brands like Nikon and Sony that send most everything off to China. I'm sorry, I'm getting a kick out of my 3x zoom feature. I'm only about a foot away from my subject here, or 6 inches, and it's working like a champ. Let's see what else is in the box. I got distracted by the camera. There's other goodies. What have we got here? Here's its battery. This should be an LPE17. Or was that the charger? Let's see. I don't feel like opening it up. Zoom in. Look at that. I love this iPhone. LPE17, that's the battery. Oh, I also got a lens. This is the kit. 18 to 45 lens. I already have a separate view on this. This weightless lens, you see how tiny it is? Look how the mount is larger than the actual lens. It also collapses for carrying. This is a great lens. It's super sharp, and old-timers might make fun of it, saying, it's small, it's plastic. But when you take a look at the pictures, again, it's in my review, looks awesome. Now, you'll notice the serial number. We talked about the serial number on the warranty card. Serial number of the lens is, where is it? It's lasered in right there. That should match. Again, when you buy from a legitimate dealer like B&H, and I've been buying from, the reason I talk about B&H so much is, along with other guys, I've been buying from them since the 1970s, since I was a child, a mere junior high school kid in New York. I used to go in there and buy my stuff from those guys in Manhattan because it was less expensive than buying anywhere else. This is the serial number. Also on the box. Yeah, 15997, that's the lens. And the camera body, 6943. Camera body, 6943. Okay, it all matches. And that's it. I'm going to put this back together on my own time. Thanks again for watching Ken Rockwell, kenrockwell.com here on Ken Rockwell TV. And again, follow the link in the description for the full review of this camera, which, as of this shooting, which is being shot on April the 1st, 2023, I've only touched the camera, as you've seen here on camera. I'll have a full review from hands-on in the coming weeks. Thanks again for watching Ken Rockwell, kenrockwell.com, and kenrockwell.tv.